And welcome to the Idiot Book Nook, episode 83. My name is Blazewing. My pronouns are she, her, and they, them.
I am the Reading Dragon. My pronouns are she, her.
I'm Lady Punnet. My pronouns are primarily she, her. They, them. Today is a she, they kind of day.
And I'm Crittershy. My pronouns are she, they. Today's a she, day.
So, for those of you actually watching the video, if you're wondering what the smoke is, I've got some incense burning. This episode, we're going to be getting into Lost in the Woods by Arian Scalise, I think is how you pronounce his last name, if you want to find him. He's on TikTok by the name of Old World Charm. You can also find him at Old World Charm on Instagram as well.
I don't know if Arian Scalise is the actual name, but it's by Arian Scalise and, maybe, I don't know.
Well, you can find at _Old World Charm _ on Instagram and at Old World Charm on TikTok.
Yes. But we were gifted these.
Yes, we were. As a matter of fact, these copies are signed by the author.
Critter will get her own one day.
Yep.
Yes. I was trying to get one to Crittershy by Christmas, but finances.
We got it worked about it. We got it worked out.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing things a little differently today. I'm going to go through the acknowledgements. And then we're going to go do poetry poem by poem. And then we're going to dissect things. We're going to talk about them. So you guys are going to get short rapid fire with this episode and probably the next. And we'll see how long it takes us to get through these. But first, if you'd like to follow us on social media, you are more than welcome to do so at lanktr.ee/idiotbooknook. You'll be able to find links to all of our socials individually. You'll be able to find links to our podcast, to our YouTube, and a whole bunch of other goodies, whatever we decide to post there. With that being said, Lost in the Woods. Acknowledgements. This book isn't merely ink upon pages, but the result of incomprehensible love paired with endless encouragement from an invaluable few. My path through the wolds could not have been this vibrant and clear without my support system behind me. With unrelenting gratitude, I'd like to thank my mom for fawning over even the clumsiest attempts at wordsmithing when I started with crayons in hand. My dad for gently reminding me that developing intelligence has no single metric and that my full potential can only be realized by my own efforts. My brother and sister for pushing me toward my dreams throughout the beautiful and triumphant pursuits of their own. My grandparents for their timeless wisdom and unceasing patience with my fervent curiosity that carried me from boy to man. Especially Grandpa Don, a fellow poet who confided unfaltering belief in me, even on his final days on Earth. And so much love from my grandfather Baba for his sacrifices as an immigrant to allow for all I know to be possible. Where would I be without the Skull Crew and the Shield Wall? These companions are too numerous to list, and yet each are unforgettable. Especially Beth for her devotion to seeing such an endeavor manifest into reality. And to my dearest friends, Anne and Lori, Max and Maddie too, for sharing their sanctuary with me when it was needed. And lastly, the deepest gratitude to the light of my life and partner, my Valkyrie. I'm lucky to say that the project nearest and dearest to my heart was aided into completion by my heart's one true keeper. And to that, I will raise a glass and have a drink.
Yep.
Because that is fucking beautiful.
Not everyone has alcohol, but we can still toast.
You're good. You don't need alcohol to toast.
It's true. Otherwise, children wouldn't be able to toast and they wouldn't get to go clink, clink.
That's what cider is for. Sparkling cider.
So,
Yeah, but some kids don't like it to sparkle.
we start off with our first poem. Let's pass it off to the Reading Dragon for this poem.
Gifts. The gift of art supersedes all but the rarest gifts of kindness. You share the call of your brilliant light, and in darkness, a new friend is made in answer. This is the gift of loving stories.
What do you guys think?
There's a lot of there's a lot of short poems in this.
There are.
Mm-hmm. However, it's nice that even though there's not a whole lot said, there's a whole lot of meaning that can be seen in this, depending on how you perceive what you read.
Fair.
Based on your perception.
Fair. Anyone else?
I'll agree. It's quite short in some respects, but in others, it's got a lot of like nuance and inferences. Like, so depending on your perspective, it can change a little bit of what that might mean to someone.
Yep.
It's definitely, it feels like an ode to imagination almost.
Agreed.
Especially the gift of loving stories.
Yeah, it's sort of like what really like nails it in for me, I think.
I agree. It's a very lovely poem.
Yeah, so this is definitely one of those for the book lovers and the story readers out there. Because in a lot of instances when reading books or reading works of literature, sometimes you find yourself just immersed into whatever world it is, whether it's the world of the person writing their autobiography or the world of the fantasy novel that you're reading, and you end up just kind of being part of that and feeling like you create some sort of relationship with the subject matter.
Agreed.
Almost like creating almost like a new friend is being made.
I feel like this would be a bard.
I agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
And now it's my goal to give each of these poems a D&D class.
Yes.
That will be my goal for this poetry book. And I don't need to argue my point about it being a bard. I will also try to make it so not every poem is a bard. Because as we all know, bards are my favorite class.
You don't say.
There are some that just scream bard.
I bet they scream bard. Lady,
I'm not saying anything.
That's what she said.
Lady Punnet, you're up.
All right, next one.
Oh, I love this one.
A better friend to me than the moon. After days that leave me weary, through an ashen haze so dreary, I make my way to you, a better friend to me than the moon. Laughter and ease, it's cheery. In true fashion, you amaze me. A break from pain with you, a better friend to me than the moon. Scattered brains, headache searing, two crashing, unfazed, yet enduring. Few take the strain like you, a better friend to me than the moon. In matters explained so clearly, with rations shared so dearly, for the sake of staying sane with you, you're a better friend to me than the moon.
Keeps cutting you off on the word moon.
Stupid Mike.
Yeah. This one was actually my favorite one so far. From when I was first reading this book.
So,
It reminded me of my best friend.
the one thing that pops out to me for this is the third line of each paragraph. I make my way to you, a break from the pain with you, if you take the strain like you, for the sake of staying sane with you.
I'd noticed that too.
That paints a pretty clear picture for me.
Yeah.
It's very on the money, yeah.
And I would almost hazard a guess to say this is either his best friend or his partner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's definitely got that feel.
Yeah. It made me think of my best friend when I read this one.
I get
And
a
I
lot
don't know
of
if that best friend is watching right now, but
I'm getting kind of some grief from this, so it almost makes me feel like maybe this is a dearly departed friend.
Could be.
Is
But-
what I'm getting, because that's typically whenever I get imagery of like trying to get to a place that you yourself aren't able to go to.
But if it was a dearly departed friend, would he not have used the words "you were," not "you are"? Because
I don't know.
the last paragraph, "You're a better friend to me than the moon." If the friend had passed on, that should have been "you were a better friend to me than the moon,"
Mm-hmm.
which gives
It could also be that the friend is super far away.
could be.
Well, it could also be like how some people go through stages of denial
Okay.
with that loss.
Yeah.
I am going to give this poem the class of either a druid or a blood hunter.
Yeah.
Interesting choices. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely understand the blood hunter. As interesting of a choice that one is, because blood hunters travel. They're travelers by nature. And so for a blood hunter to have someone to actually go back to. Yeah.
Next up.
Creature, you're up.
This one will be
Company.
Yep.
Well, and I have to make it bigger. I'm blind.
You good.
That's better.
Good poem. Discussion?
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, what if it's not a funny poem, guys?
Company. It may be confusing the way my eyes light up when they see you. It's alarming to look into the face of a perfect stranger and to see a smile belonging to a long-lost friend. This warm familiarity of a worn man's hands is novel to you, but a part within still asks, how, why? My dear, I have no answers, none to give you. For this anomaly, only this offer. If you are sleepless tonight, my voice could keep you company.
Yeah.
Somebody who's been through a lot of shit also screams to me of one night stand.
Yeah.
This tells me long distance relationship.
I could see what long distance relationship.
I should also mention I was never good at analyzing poetry.
That's fair.
We appreciate your blunt fortitude. And on a side note, I'm getting paladin vibes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting some paladin vibes with the offer, and my voice could keep you company. That doesn't seem like it could be something a bard would say. It feels really, really wholesome though, for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So it's giving me that paladin, good boy, chantry boy vibe.
Yeah.
Order of the dice. Welcome on in.
Hello.
Oh,
One night, one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, but sweeter is what Order of the Dice said.
Nailed it.
I got a new camera, Harold.
Yeet.
So now I won't flicker.
Guess that makes it my go.
Yes.
Fireworks. Easing into love, like fireworks falling into the ocean. Imagine my surprise to see all the colors with eyes closed, after years of trying to see them with eyes wide open. It's about taking a moment, figuring things out, and just taking a moment to appreciate the small things, I think.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the whole, how does it go again? Like you get what you wanted when you stop trying
Yep.
to get the thing. Like I don't know.
Yep.
Right. It's English. Fuck it.
And you don't get upset.
Yeah. It can also be talking about basically taking that time to finally let things flow and putting your trust into something finally. Like close your eyes, take the leap. And just finally letting your walls come down, finally doing that trust fall. And finally feeling comfortable enough to close your eyes, let shit happen.
For some reason, it's giving me wizard vibes, and for some reason, even more necromancer. Don't know why.
I don't know. It kind of gives it a different vibe if you go from that perspective.
If you go for a necromancy.
I don't know. Like, part of it, here's the thing. Part of it could be super happy and joyful, but the other part could be like, if only I had realized it sooner.
Is the necromancy vibe partly because of the fact of how I have necromancers in my world, how no necromancer is inherently evil?
Nyx has redeemed.
No one's inherently evil.
Nyx has redeemed posture check. Jay has redeemed feed.
I realize I have no I can't. Oh, so I'm at a desk now. I can't say I'm too comfy to do posture. Fuck.
Oh, you gotta straighten up your posture, sweetheart.
Ugh.
I keep just sinking in my chair.
Lucky. Mad.
It's a shit chair. Don't worry about it. I'm not lucky.
Yeah, but for those of you that may or may not know, if you're new here, I run a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with two of our hostesses here, Blaze and Lady Punnet. And in my world of Megalodonia, necromancy is a much more common thing. While heavily regulated, there are definitely necromancers that would relate to the poem Fireworks.
Also, our two characters are Hellions who enjoy causing chaos and mayhem, much to the distraught of the DM.
Yep.
We also have a long con prank in the works that she's unaware of.
Pardon?
Yeah, you're not gonna get to know what that is until we unleash it.
Moving on.
Yep, I think it's your turn now.
I'll remember this.
No, you won't.
So this next one here is a little spicy.
Oh.
Not explicit. It's called Pillowing. She fills me with such an unrelenting want to connect to her and her alone. I don't want to wash it off of me. It's under my skin, pumping hot in my blood and seeping into my earthen bones. It's underneath everything, just beneath a thermocline of the pains of my laughably mortal coil. Here is where I find the pieces of my mind, and here I am ceaselessly imagining, pillowing this gorgeous goddess. She can be my private shelter and my most public conquest. I want to elevate her senses beyond anything she has ever known until she is senseless, endlessly invoking my mind, my being, my soul, aching to leave an impression on her so thorough that there is always a place for me where I can collapse into her warm embrace after the victories are won or battles are lost. And there, my mouth searching, creating magic in the elated darkness that surrounds our luminous, star-charged bodies. And I will pull her closer still until I am overcome in all the ways I will and always.
Old World Charm has the partner is very lucky.
Yes.
Also, Bard Monk.
Yeah. Critter, are you okay?
I'm good.
I don't think we have to analyze what this one's about.
Blaze.
There's noise in Blaze's background.
Oh.
I will go into details once we're done stream. Right now is not the appropriate place to talk about that.
Okay.
Okay. So AP left a comment. Dragon, why you gotta have that attractive bedroom voice? This is my favorite poem so far. The book is on Amazon for purchase.
Yeah, so search out Lost in the Woods, WOULDS. It is available on Amazon. You can have it a copy of your own if you enjoy the poetry that we feature here tonight. And you're right. I don't think that poem requires any explanation from my end. Other than the horizontal mambo.
But it's your turn.
Hope you enjoyed that old world charm. Don't think you'll ever see this, but on the off chance.
Well, I mean, we might listen to it later.
We'll see.
Especially when we send him like our link tree shit.
Lady Punnet, you're up.
This is another spicy one.
Have fun.
Okay, give me a second. I need to get in character.
I was gonna say, do you want myself or Critter to do it?
No, I can do this. I need to get in character. I need to not be me for a second.
How's that working for you?
Shush.
Just be Briar about to do the spicy with Loranov.
Order the dice says, "Oh, I am looking forward to this."
I forgot he was here. Yeah. Give me a second.
Got this. Now you got to do extra.
Okay.
Why do I always get the short ones? What the fuck, man?
Do you want to switch up the order later?
We'll see how things go.
All right. There is no ugly here. You stutter, stop on the grind. Your passion presses on my conscience. Undeterred and persistent. And many find you've got a beautiful mind. They're asking if your heart's up for auction. I'm sure it isn't. These big paws raise your chin quietly while I use my silver tongue to clean your hands, lady. We may not have done wrong, or maybe we did, but we were learning how to do it right. Close your eyes and hold, dear, the light. Trust this, my whisper words were meant to be heard in far-off places, and far-off places we shall go.
Damn, Bonnet.
So,
Also Warlock.
Yeah.
So first, Dragon, I love the fact that you were hiding behind the book. And second, so that's what we're calling it now, is it? Your passion presses on my conscience. Yeah, I bet it does.
I bet it does.
I am so sorry, dude. Like, I'm like off the rails tonight. I apologize if that's not the intended mention, but this involves a tabaxi. Why did my mind instantly think this involves a tabaxi?
It's a tabaxi warlock or a tiefling warlock. Or better yet, tabaxi tiefling combo warlock.
Anyways, what did we think about this?
Another self-explanatory one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of metaphors.
Metaphors.
Metaphors? Is that what we're calling it now?
Yep.
Metaphors, is that what we're calling it now?
I think that's what we're calling it now.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a lot of metaphors, and you really have to look deep to see the true meaning behind the words.
You really have to dig deep for that one.
You have to dig so
Gotta go
deep.
so deep.
Oh, Lord Charm, we're sorry. This is a beautiful book, and
It
we're
is.
not making fun. We're just four ADHD-riddled women who are doing this when all of our meds have stopped working.
Yeah.
One
Now,
of us also happens to be a single Pringle.
I'm not gonna lie. This is
technically, I'm still a single Pringle. It's not
You're
official
also-
yet.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a really nice book so far. Like, I'm actually enjoying this. The raw emotion that's been displayed so far in the first few poems alone, you don't see often, and especially not from men. So, hats off to you for tapping into that. That is that is huge. And I will be right back.
Okay.
Questions from the audience?
Questions. Does the chat have any questions they wish to ask us
Especially about this book so far.
about the book so far? Don't mind me. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Of course.
Of course you are, Dice. I can only hope that Old World Charm enjoys this as much as everyone else is by the time
I would hope
he
you
sees
would, yeah. I mean, so it's on Amazon. Has it been audio recorded on Amazon yet?
Not
Is he
to my knowledge.
looking for people to voice up for this wonderful book? Because we have 4 people who are here who have decent mics who are ready to help voice act for wonderful right here. Who
Please.
can do accents.
So if you go to his Instagram and TikTok at _ Old World Charm _ on Instagram, on TikTok it's Old World Charm. He does have a link to his website where you should be able to get things through his website, including this book, which I think links to his Amazon store.
Mm-hmm. And please support this wonderful man and this amazing poetry that he's been able to produce so far. It's like I've had this book for a month now, and I've been holding off on reading it because I wanted to have my own reactions to it. And I'm loving this so far.
Yeah. He does also have a Twitch channel called Skull for Initiative, and he runs a D&D campaign over there.
So he would appreciate our references to these poems, D&D
Yes.
classes.
He's
And if
he's
he
a
was
D&D.
here, he could tell us what he thinks.
Yes.
Also, I'm trying to resist biting the book.
Just-
Ow.
What are y'all mad about? Bump, bump.
Because I'm tiny and I'm green. Paying attention to me for a whole 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
AP is asking, how does the book taste?
Like paper?
No, well, the paper tastes like paper. It's a hard-covered book, though, so it has like a bit of a plasticky taste to it. It does not have a good mouthfeel.
I'm just gonna
Would
step
not
out.
recommend.
I'm just going to step out on a limb here, and I'm going to throw this in the recording because I want to keep this. Old World Charm, if you happen to be listening to this, you are more than welcome to use that review for your book as one of your reviewers. Let people know what your book tastes like, please.
Yeah.
Would not recommend the actual consumption of the book in anything other than that of the mind. Please do not eat Old World Charm's book.
Unless that is how you consume knowledge.
Unless that is how you consume knowledge. If you are a mind flayer and that is how you consume knowledge, more power to you.
on expanding your horizons of reading poetry by eating it.
I don't know. Dark Willow kind of stuck her hands in a book and consumed a fuck ton of knowledge from a book pile.
Eh?
Apparently, Dice is going to send you a link.
Yep.
Also, are we ready for our next poem?
Yes, the next poem goes to Miss Critter.
Just before we move on, I got the link.
Uh-huh.
It's a clip.
Uh-huh.
Lady Punnet getting a little taste.
Why did we name it that?
That's awesome. I love it.
love it.
Is it me licking or biting the book?
I don't know. I haven't looked yet. All I saw was the title.
Oh, God. This is amazing.
This is the rock incident all over again.
What?
Do you not remember with the rock that looks like a gummy that I own? The
Where
chameleon?
I was like, you should eat it. And Lady Punnet would literally like put it in her mouth. It's actually on our BRB clip, on our BRB screen for our clips.
Yeah. All
right. I believe next up is Critter.
Yep. Crooning Moon. We began in the night at the water's edge, between the light of a crooning moon and the darkness. We were born to the shadows, and we thrive within. We find release most alive in them. You quickly discovered my darker depths, marking your way deeper beyond the best of me. You dance well with the dangerous hunger, empowering, a disarming smile while you somehow devoured me. You hide behind the shadow, a cloak of my broad shoulders, and the silhouette they cast. We stand upon the mountain, made of my skeletal past. I have no need to see you in the light of day. I am your phantom, and I know you prefer it this way. Light and dark, nothing more beautifully entwined. Too much of one, and the other can blur. At a thin line.
Sorry about that. Just give us 1 sec, folks. We're readjusting the bird.
Please stand by as we readjust the bird for optimal viewer enjoyment.
I gave him a cracker. Too much of one, and the other can blur. At that thin of a line, I'm thinking I should take you and see what we can divine. We could find my heart, of course, after you've lost your mind. I am the counter to your counterbalance. I tilt the scales in my favor. I allow for this allowance. Your hands in my name, in my mane, telling me what I already know. The rhythm needs no change. It's fast, faster, slow. Sorry about the bird.
Warlock.
Slow burn relationship.
Slow burn relationship. Slow burn relationship where the guy fell first.
Yup.
Could be.
Unless there was a mutual falling.
It was a mutual falling, but they didn't want to wreck their friendship.
I don't think this is so much a falling as more of a deepening of a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like once you already have that beginning, that structure, and eventually you sort of let someone see what's inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when looking back at the beginning, like you mentioned, Critter, we began in the night at the water's edge. So it's like, yeah, they're already kind of in some part of a relationship or
something
between them. And then the water's edge can be literative of explaining how they took the next step to deepen the relationship or what they have between each other.
Yeah, I can definitely see something like that.
So, Punna, what does that poem taste like to you?
Well, I've already stated it feels like a warlock.
Groaning Moon?
Yeah, I don't know why. It gives me warlock feels.
I can see that. Oh, especially if you do like one of those homebrew warlock patron packs that don't exactly follow a deity, but like maybe say some sort of relationship pact warlock. Sorceress, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Y'all good, Blaze?
Well,
Yeah. Gave me some warlock vibes. So it was very, I don't know if this makes any sense. It was very soft.
Mm-hmm.
It had a very soft, gentle feel to it.
Yeah.
Soft, but like the overall feel is soft, but there's also some pretty like heavy duty word choices.
Mm-hmm.
But like in a good way, I don't know.
Basically, like soft words to describe the level of trust they have with the individual, the other person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, warlock or sorcerer. And if we went the sorcerer route, it would be of some sort of ancestral bloodline sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Sorry, folks. We're having some technical difficulties.
Please stand by as we reconfigure the internet.
Well, Blaze is still here. It's just...
Blaze is still here. We are just reconfiguring the internet. Blaze has left us unsupervised.
Yep.
Which in fairness has never happened before. Because usually Dragon leaves us unsupervised, and that is how the creation of the dynamic between Briar and Helena happened.
That's
or how me and Blaze ended up making an entire D&D world in an afternoon. That was a fun day.
Yes, it was.
That was a whole 10 hours we spent doing lore for her world. That was fun. I'm not giving spoilers, though. Because I accidentally did that once, and I still feel bad about it. And yet, she never leaves me unsupervised.
Are you...
Well, no. Well, of course I don't, Harold, because the second I see her online, I have... the only time I...
No.
We used to hang out all the time. And then we both got jobs. And then you moved. And now I'm lucky if I see you maybe once a week.
We all just need to have a commune.
We all just need to buy a big piece of land here in Canada. And where everyone can have a house. Ideally. And
yeah, I'm fine with moving up north in the middle of fucking nowhere. Just give me internet and I'm good.
Same.
Yeah, we just have a really good internet connection, ideally. We each have
Just-
our own modems.
How about a giant plot of land right on the border of America and Canada?
It would depend,
Further
because
north
then
is
the land taxes might get weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, half the land tax is Canadian, half the land tax is American.
Well, it would also depend on who would own the land.
Mm-hmm.
Because most likely the land tax would have to be under one person, unless someone in the chat knows how land taxes work. Who here is an adult enough to know how land taxes work?
I kind of do, but it's like an incredibly complicated notion because like it varies from like city, county, state, province, whatever. I'm going to quickly go put my kids to bed. You guys keep going like I'm here.
We're gonna
New
go to
Hampshire.
we're gonna go to a BRB screen actually. So, guys, that's gonna cut it for this episode. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you're welcome to do so at lanktr.ee/idiotbooknook. This is going to do it for episode 83, I think, of the Idiot Book Nook. We hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for joining us. And I'm Blazewing.
I am the Raging Dragon.
I'm Lady Punnet.
And I'm Crittershy.
And we'll see you guys next